Wish we can go back to just being a bunch of weirdos talking about things. God, yeah, right? I mean, I started this channel going, I'm a fucking idiot weeb. Go back to my early videos. I've done that a couple times recently. I'm a fucking idiot weeb, and so are you, and that's okay. We can get something out of anime. That was the initial premise. Now, a lot of the core thoughts about media is important. It's important to talk about these things. It can incept ideas into your head. It's valuable. It can change you. The stories that we have are more than entertainment. They're more than escapism. There's value to this. There's a way to live that's inherent, and you can learn about it by actively reading the stories that we care about, because they embody and engender real deep truths about people, about life, about what matters. I mean, one of the core things that I was thinking about when I started this channel, I was thinking about a type of narrative that I would call the generational narrative. And I was thinking about it in the terms of My Hero Academia and Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I think there was one other one. I don't remember what it was. But the ideas that are present in both of them are this sort of cultural idea. There's this kid, I said My Hero Academia and what was the other one I just said? Fuck. Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's this kid who has the weight of responsibility and also all of this power on his shoulders, right? He carries down this thing that's passed down from a previous generation and is supposed to take this and take it into the future and change the world or something. And that struggle with taking a piece of power that's passed down from generation to generation and compounds in value, not because of its necessarily of its like strength, really, but because of like added on, tacked on wisdom that each generation has placed upon it. Now, in Hiroaka's case, it literally is strength. The power gets stronger every time that it is passed along, right? But in Avatar, it's the wisdom that's the strength. It's the ability to go into the Avatar state and carry on all of these meanings and all of these messages and all of these mindsets of all the avatars that came before you, to be able to embody all of their wisdom. It blew my mind to be thinking about this concept, because I was like, that's humanity. That's reality. That's the truth, right? Your father and your mother and your father and their fathers and mothers before them, and on and on and on. Every generation has been gaining and compounding wisdom and passing it on as best they can to their children and telling them what works as best they can. And all of that is great and good, but the most powerful thing that we have is the ability to write things down. We can write things down and then transfer information perfectly across time and space. And the most compelling edition of that technique is storytelling, is telling these mythological tales that engender truth about the way to be and the way to exist. And it was just this amazing series and of coming to an understanding that there's this meta layered thing going on where I'm looking at something that's talking about this power, in Avatar: The Last Airbender's case, it's talking about this power that gets passed down and changed and altered, and the wisdom of the elders and the wisdom of tradition is all passed down, and then it's put into a novice, a newbie, an idiot, right? A stupid kid, a child who will rebel and choose other things. Both Aang and Korra, they'll rebel and they'll go different ways. And in doing so, they'll find new truth, and they'll take that new truth and they'll add it to the core of truth and pass it on. And all of that is being passed down in this piece of media that is of itself and in itself the embodiment of the process of humans passing down their truth. And it took hundreds of people drawing and writing and thinking about what was true in this story, what was right, what's right that we should write into this kid's show that will mean something. And they came out with Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it means something. And that's incredible. It's incredible.